Just thought I'd tell a quick story. One of the things I tried to do, this feels kind of stupid, but you do crazy things when you're under a lot of stress. And there was a few days when the internet was down because I used the Wi-Fi from the apartment complex, and it had gone down, and I couldn't work on anything really. So I made a whole bunch of cardboard signs, and I went out to nail some of them up, and probably didn't amount to a goddamn thing, so it was probably all just a waste of time. But I suppose so there are times when, even if deep down you know doing something is a waste of time, you do it just so you're doing something and feel like you might accomplish something that way. Anyway, so I made these signs and nailed some of them up, and I can show you one of them right quick. Let me put this back on because I was going to show you what happened to me. So yeah, I made a bunch of these signs like this. I said probably a waste of time and energy, but oh, when I didn't have anything else I could do, that was at least something I could pretend might actually accomplish something. But what happened was I was out and I waited until it was night. I don't know if that would make any difference. I guess it's just maybe pride getting in the way and not wanting people to see me putting the things up. I don't know. Sorry. Guess I should take a drink of water. My throat's getting dry. Anyway, yeah, I went out and nailed a few of them up. And unfortunately, it was a really bitter cold night that night when I decided to do it. And the cold hasn't ever really bothered me as much. As I've gotten older, it's been affecting me more, but not as much as some people probably. But what happened is I was walking and I had the signs in my hands and hit a damn hole in the sidewalk that was probably that big, just a big ass hole in the middle of the sidewalk, and tripped and fell and went down pretty hard. So you probably can see. I don't know about this lighting. Let me try that. Different. Oh, no, you can't. Well, you might be able to see from the computer. I think the first one worked better though. So you can kind of see the bruising on my arm where I hit there, but where you can really see it is my upper arm here. I hit pretty damn hard. A pretty big bruise. I got bruises on both knees from falling and hitting. I'm a big dude, so when I hit the ground, I hit it with some impact. Luckily, I don't think anything was damaged. I was worried because when I was a kid, I broke this wrist pretty bad. I could do a video about that story too. That was a thing, and you can kind of see it not really right. You know, it doesn't have the the curve to it that you normally would have from when I broke it. So I was kind of afraid I might have damaged that, but it's healed up. I think it was just like very deep bruise to the bone, maybe. But yeah, I hit pretty damn hard. It sucked. I have knee problems because arthritis, which is a pain in the ass. It runs in the family. My mom was crippled by it. My grandmother was crippled by it. So hitting my knees really hard and getting them all bruised up and hurt isn't great. So, yeah, that was a hell of a night, hell of an evening to go out doing something desperate and kind of crazy and stupid, but just trying to feel like I'm accomplishing something, like I said, and then just already upset and cold and everything going through my head, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, I'm falling, I'm stumbling and trying to catch myself, and then bam, right onto the goddamn ground. So yeah, that was not fun. But I got up and I finished putting my signs up, even though it probably didn't accomplish anything. I try to when I set my mind to doing something, I try to stick to it. Obviously, I've talked about before, I have a very hard time following through on things, but usually that's because I get frustrated and something isn't working, and then I quit. But when I set my mind to doing something in the immediate time frame, I follow through to the best of my ability. So that's one of the reasons why I like using AI tools. I've talked about that a lot in the videos, is because they help me keep moving. I find that if I can just keep moving, then I don't stop and get frustrated and quit. I can keep up momentum and keep going and and get things done that way. So that's one of the main reasons I really like AI tools, is it helps me get past that whatever it is in my head about my brain that just makes me have that tendency to get frustrated and then give up on things. When I start running into really bad blocks and roadblocks, that helps keep me going. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell that story about putting up stupid signs and falling and hurting myself, probably for no reason whatsoever. Show off my pretty bruises. They're so colorful. Yeah, I don't think you can really see them as well. You can kind of see that one there. That one's all the way up there. That was when I really thought I hurt my arm and messed it up even. I had to wrap it up for a couple of days. That one really, it still aches. I mean, when I'm rubbing it right now, it still hurts. My knees, spots on my knees still hurt. That if you've ever fallen and gotten bruised up, you know that it can be kind of painful. So, yeah, that was just a hell of a night. I don't know. I guess I'm just getting a bit tired and chatty right now. So that happens to me sometimes. So I'm just rambling, I suppose. I don't know. Wishing that life was different, but that does not help it either. Doesn't accomplish anything. As the old saying goes, wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up faster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.